Well met, lords and ladies, Jacob Butter speaking, and welcome back to another episode of... So yeah, once again, sorry the stream started even later tonight than it did before. I thought that they sorted out a lot of the stuff in the text we'd done beforehand, so the full tech would actually be a little bit smoother, but it turns out a lot of it was used to make the process more efficient and thereby make it take longer because we need to set it up to get used to the more efficient method, if that makes any sense. I don't know if it does, but that's what happened. So yeah, as one has said already, pantomime has put me into overdrive. So most likely this will be the last stream that I do until the pantomime is over, and the last performance is on Saturday. So I might be back by Sunday. Although fortunately enough, even though this video took me by surprise as to when it was appearing, I guess it completes the trend of request not really requested videos, but videos that was in this case it went from a requested video to a request that I was a part of to a non-request that I was also a part of. So we've covered the whole array, I suppose, in that case. But yeah, this one is relatively short by comparison, so this would be a very nice and sweet and smooth process. Gosh darn it.
Hello, yes.
Hi.
I'm here because I actually have something structurally to say about the episode. Aidan?
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, we're gonna go straight to it. All right.
No, we'll talk about it when we come
Yeah,
to
I was wondering, like, I
However-
mean, if you want to get into it now, I mean, sure.
No, I don't want to get into it now.
It's a
I'll
very
get into it
Aidan
when it
move to discuss the video we're about to watch before we watch it. I don't know
Yeah,
if people have
that's-
clicked
it's
off the
not-
video off of my reactions before that happened. I don't know if they do or not. They probably skip
Usually.
ahead more likely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking
I
well.
kind of skipped ahead because I watched a bit of your review of that animated show. I forget what it's called. I forget what the show's called.
Kensuru?
Kensuru. That one.
Kesuru, there's no N, but yeah.
Kensuru.
Yeah, that one. I
So,
did.
I
kind of like skipped like the first 15 minutes of stream until you actually started watching it. I'm like, okay, I watched.
Oh, I always have the stream open in another tab, even if I'm doing something else.
Yeah, but I think Aidan has just proven what I keep saying to him. The discussing that they're talking about the video before the reaction starts only gets you so far. I like doing a bit of an intro naturally, of course. I mean, we're doing it right now, but there's obviously a limit to such things. And I think we reached it. So let's go ahead and skip over and let's go ahead.
One last thing before we begin. This episode, when bringing back the show, I was considering recasting some VAs.
I will say I listened to the other episodes in the car on the way back, and aside from the very unbalanced sound mixing in the first episode, I did notice there were a lot of voices in here that we either no longer have contact with or don't have easy access to anymore.
Exactly, because one character appears at the end of the episode and voiced by Blackjack, and we obviously do not have contact with Blackjack anymore. And since this character hasn't appeared yet, I was considering before this being like, should I actually recast this character for a more consistent voice if I use the character in the future in any project, or should I just use the lines I have? Because I have all the lines for Blackjack in the show for the character.
Yeah. I always had the philosophy that if I have the lines from somebody anyway, I will use the first recording unless the first recording is not usable, which has happened a couple of times.
But yeah, the one VA that did change this episode
that's why you have so many like old faces or old voices, I suppose, in the Christmas special.
Yeah, but the one VA who did change in this was actually the main protagonist, who is now voiced by Bon. Bon is in the chat. I don't have contact with the original VA. The original VA deleted their Discord.
Never know.
They deleted their Discord. I don't even have contact. I feel so bad because, like, if you go to like the previous episodes, it's like okay, I credited their Discord because that's how they wanted me to credit them. Their Discord doesn't exist anymore. So I'm like, I feel so bad. I'm like, I'm sorry, but I don't
Credit
have
was
anything to
given and
link
now-
for you. I don't have anything
Credit
to
was
link.
given and now credit deleted.
It's like it's like the whole Blackjack thing. She deleted her channel. She deleted her channel, so I can't credit her with anything. So I just have to put Blackjack for the name. I feel so sad. Like, oh,
You could have sent me a DM with something.
Blackjack
Well, I mean-
doesn't have her channel anymore.
That
She's deleted it.
is how a lot of
Which is
that
kinda
is how a
sad
lot of
because
credits actually work in movies. It's just the name. You know, before IMDb, that's all we could really do.
I'm like, dang.
It's only
I
now
wish I could
that
link
the
something
name
like
has
a
come
like
of
like
use,
a
really.
Facebook, a Twitter, a Twitch. I don't know, but nothing to link there. Oh well.
Yeah, we are used to that process because they focus on doing stuff on the internet. But if the person doesn't have an internet presence, there's nothing to promote. So
Yeah.
what can you do aside from just go back to default regular credit style? To be honest, how it goes.
Yeah.
Makes it easy to keep track of as well. All right. So I think with that, let's go ahead and see, because I feel like Bon is looking forward to hearing about his debut, I suppose, from what I can see here. So here we are.
There was oh god, I had to listen. Bond's lines were so painful for me to listen to because I felt so sad. It's such a sad episode for the
Great, you did a good job then.
It's so sad. You know what it's like
Okay.
editing out lines? It was so painful. I was so sad. I was like,
I feel like this is what Bon went through with Secrets of the Plex a little bit, actually. So kind of yeah. But by the way, I'll say about this. Here's the thing: that both Aidan and I have several series that there will be years in between the last episodes and such. I mean, like Mutant Girl, for example. But the thing about those series is that most of them, or in Aidan's case, nearly all of them, the scripts are written at roughly the same time as each other. So at least story wise, it will feel like the videos from before.
Yeah, no, these scripts were written years ago. These scripts were written in 2022, maybe 2020. It was or maybe 2020. No, it wasn't 2020. It was either 2022 or 2023.
Yeah, the reviews were. I checked the reviews, and the reviews happened in 2022, so that's what I'm going with.
Those were when the scripts were written back in the day.
You're talking about a Minecraft thing that never happened. Well, now you know that it will. If that thing happens in the future, it will feel like it'll feel like it came out back in the day. So I guess we'll go back to 2022 Aidan to a certain degree, maybe not visually. But and hopefully not sound wise, because that took me by surprise in the car. I just blasted my speakers out of nowhere. I was like, I can't hear the voices. I'm gonna turn it up a little bit. Anyway,
so sorry, Jacob, but there is poor audio balancing in this video.
Oh, 2022 Aidan it is. All right, let's go. Without further ado.
Hey, these lines were recorded a while ago. Anyways,
it's not the lines. That's it's the balancing. It's the fact that the lines inverted for Benny Audible, and then the audio, the song did not match.
Also, I didn't have a good score back in the day. I have a better score now.
I will say
the
choice of song. Yeah, the choice of song I definitely appreciate, because first of all, it's thematically appropriate to the main character. Second of all, it sounds like the same artist that made Until We Break Down. I'm not sure if that's correct or not, but it sounds like
it's not the same artist, same channel though.
Oh, okay.
This intro I did have to edit though a little bit when we get to the actual names in the end, near the end, with everyone's the credits.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Even though there's one VA change, I ended up changing Adity how do you say Marina?
Adri. They still go by Adri. It's that the Mariana Trench is a reference to a geographical location, not a new name.
Darn it,
I've said this before.
I've
said this before.
Darn it, you haven't said it to me. We haven't talked in ages. Darn it.
Maybe not regarding this topic. Okay, so fine.
I feel the need to sink the tenuous ship that holds us to this review.
Mhm. Well, we know where the ship is going to end if it sinks, don't we?
It's such an edgy song for this. I mean, it makes sense of the character, but it's so edgy.
Yeah.
I love it.
Again, thematically appropriate for the yeah. I mean, let alone like the lyrics to it. Yeah. I mean, we had
Aidan when he makes an edgy main
yeah, you're right.
protagonist. All my characters are so happy, or not happy. They're not
Honestly,
sad.
Bon, if you hadn't landed this role and Aidan had talked to me about the casting, I would have suggested KW.
I don't know if KW could pull off like the anger in some of Connor's scenes. Not this episode. This episode we don't have that much of it, although there is some crying, so that would be a lot of fake crying that KW would have to do in that case. Oh God. I'm a lone wolf. I'm a lone wolf.
Happy? Edgy.
Edgy.
How it goes.
Edge.
I see. Yeah, this makes sense. By the way, a little bit of trade secret here. The reason that in the remakes, the credits are now behind like in front of a
bubble.
White oval, a white bubble. Is because that means I'm able to actually erase that or put something over that, and the border looks the same as before. Whereas in season 1 original Music Girl, I had to just put the text over the top of people, especially if they change their usernames as well.
I did something similar here. I basically got a pink rectangle, got rid of the name Soul, and then with text put Bond there and tried to somewhat match it up to make it look like it's the same thing. Trust me, it's totally the same.
I would have put BTB here, but yeah, that works too.
There's also one thing I would also like to ask. Why do you never capitalize your nouns?
Because
Bon is asking the same question.
I forgot.
Yeah. So in the scripts, if you ever see like any capitalized nouns, that's most likely me as I go through them.
I forgot. Okay, I was editing this. It was late at night. When I was like fixing up the intro.
I see. Oh, there it is. Mariana Trench, the difference. Okay.
I just went with the Discord name. There's nothing to link.
To be honest, I've been calling them Spartan Gaming, despite the fact that channel is also non-existent, much like Blackjack now. So I guess that's the trade-off.
Yeah, listen. It was a thing. Yeah. Although I'm just saying, I'm so glad I actually put the text on the non-gradient part of the screen. If I put it on the gradient part of the screen, I'd be so screwed. Because that's a color gradient behind Chayton there. That's a color gradient. I would not be able to cover that up with a bubble. I would not be able to cover that with a bubble.
That's appropriately subtle. Yeah, I like that.
And the rest is the same.
Okay, so I get capital letters for my name, but the character doesn't. We were talking about consistency yesterday.
This was made 3 years ago. I have learned to do better capitals.
You said you changed the names in the intro. Okay.
No, I changed the first two, not yours or Blackjack. I haven't changed
Okay. Okay.
God, it's up to you. Ghosty Mater. You're really cute.
Yeah,
true. That's straight from Fallen Angel intro.
Yes,
yeah.
we can tell.
The glowing. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Marvin, you're still alive?
Oh, I thought for a second I couldn't hear the wings, but I think it's just Ghosty's chair that I can hear.
No, it's not my.
That's me.
I was about to say it's not my chair this time.
Okay.
I'm a hyper bean.
You miss me? It's good to see you again, Kana.
I,
What the
I
hell
think
is
your
going
chair
on?
needs some
Why are you doing this? All
WD-40s.
you're planning
Hmm.
is to cause pain.
No, I'm just liberating us demons. As for me being alive, well, let's just say not that many people know about it.
Okay, one thing I'll say about this bit here, I do like how they're on different levels. I personally would have switched them around just for the sake of like the power dynamic, almost seeming like, the one who's meant to be is meant to be, either in control or doing like the machinations and all the plans being like laid out versus the one that is facing them. Usually the difference is like the other person is higher. Be like Goku versus Vegeta.
How
But
about
Yeah.
a little secret for the time being?
No.
Well, that's just
Also,
stupid, right? I
fun
was hoping-
fact about this scene: was edited like 3 years ago, like shortly after episode 2 was
Yes.
made.
Yes, we
I
know.
like
we
how
can...
most things that I say, Aiden then goes, "Oh, this was made 3 years ago."
Also,
Oh, Oh no,
we-
I'm just specifying that this was the only scene that was made back then. The rest of the scenes in the episode
Okay.
were made within the past 3 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks. I forget when I
Yeah.
started.
Hey,
it.
Bon, but Bon, what do we say? If a show started with no noses, it continued with no noses. That being
Yeah.
said, this was made in Gacha Club, so I don't know. Anyway,
I don't
Also,
know.
I
For the
will
festivities.
point
Never.
this out. When I imagined this scene while reading and helping you write the script, I imagined them to be having this conversation in some kind of, enclosed area, like a secret base of some sort, instead of out in the middle of the wasteland where everyone in earshot can hear them.
oh wait, did we not specify the locations in the script? We
No.
normally do
No.
that. That was
No.
okay. That's an oversight on my part because normally I do that.
Also,
I
I
don't wanna
will.
be up there.
I will say I do kind of struggle with the Underworld backgrounds in general because I end up having like 5 backgrounds. I end up like flipping, rotating, and like twisting and like resizing to like to look like different areas. Being like, yeah, guys, trust me, these aren't the same 5 backgrounds.
This is why Free Pick is such a great service.
I don't
It
know.
could be just like the angel.
I'm kind of worried about when I have to because I still need to find some way to make Asphodel City for the future.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, there are 2 ways you can go about it. One, like I said, free pick. There will probably be something there. 2, you could actually take a city of some kind, either color it accordingly or find one that's the correct color already, and put it in the background. So you have a composite background in Fire Alpaca that you can then put in. Either one would work.
Powerful and perfect.
We're not, though. I'm not saying that I don't want to leave the underworld for a bit, but I think there's a better way of going about this. Dethroning gods will only bring the wrath of their family upon us.
No, this is the only way.
Oh,
You're
I
under
would like if these
the
lines had
thumbs of
any
Hades.
energy behind them.
I mean, also, I guess it does sort of match the characters. Again, 3 years ago, this this is one aspect I can definitely say has improved over time. They're not just like the standing and talking or the expressions working like this.
Dan is
But yeah,
wife, and I'm planning to wipe
also Hector Kana is perfect. Are you alive? I think Kana is well. From what I remember,
Kana's having
She's mostly-
internal turmoil about her friend being alive. She's kind of in a little frozen state.
Yes.
She's mulling all this shit in
Like,
her head. It's great.
is-
She's having fun.
language.
It's like, here is also the thing with 3-year Aidan is that usually when a character wasn't speaking or integral to the scene, they wouldn't move.
Which
kind
is
of like
which
an
is fine when you're
always
doing
90
angles
anime.
like this. It's fine when you're doing angles like this and not having people on the screen do that. That's a good time saving technique, and one that I keep neglecting to actually implement because I'm and I really should because I don't decide the angles until later. That's no sight on my part. I like
Yeah.
this method, but if a character is on the screen, that's where I would have had either this character turn towards him to face him, or and like back him up or something, like nod, anything to that effect.
that pressure all away.
You're wrong.
Like, speaking of characters who are not moving, that guy with the antlers hasn't even blinked since the conversation started.
That's what I was referring to, him specifically. Yeah, I would have I've had added him to it. He reminds me of Noah.
Also, who's she? She appeared at the starting shot And then,
She's the backup.
yeah, but the
I
problem
do.
is that she's been here since the start. She was just floating in place for a while.
No,
Well,
no.
she's
See, the I brought backup was actually her cue line to enter. It's like, I said, lucky I've got backup.
the backup.
Okay, but also, can we just like
You're
take a look
wrong.
at this? By the way, Whee! Just like say, smile, smile.
Kana, help me out here.
Kana, she threw one punch at me. I can't handle this on my own.
It's not like we're demons and we have powers or anything. We just
By the way,
punch.
this. By the way, this is incidentally, unless you like have like somebody else who wants to implement their own choreography. This is why writing "they fight" in a script is a bad idea.
Please.
Take them to
Listen,
the cells.
okay, Chayton here isn't much of a fighter though. Chayton is a
No,
pacifist.
clearly.
The fighter is Kana, okay, and Kana is too busy mentally right now. She's going through it.
You know what that reminds me of, Ghosty? You know, like the most recent episode of SAO Abridged. Just the moment that like Kirito finally lands a blow on Sugo and is like, ah, yes, take that. Ah!
Sorry, I would be like this old friend.
Ah.
Kana, are you okay?
I thought this was a flashback for a second
No.
because we went inside her head.
Also,
No!
just maybe a little thing to keep in mind for the future. Like, have her like crying in the background for a minute, and then this guy walking around the cell to find a way out, and then he turns to Connor and he's like, "Hey, are you okay?" And then she's like, "No," as opposed to this kind of weird pacing issue
this is
we got here.
Yeah, this is something that did work in Fallen Angels, but doesn't here. And the reason is context, because in Fallen Angels, this kind of thing happens where, like, particularly like when like in the scene where like Adam just like, you know, offers himself up instead of Alana, and the other guy like, Alana, are you okay? And then she breaks down because we just saw what happened, like, you know, that she was processing in that moment. So then it makes sense for her to like suddenly bawl out as soon as she realizes like, no, I'm not okay. In this case. In this case, yeah, it does seem like, you know, it's been a while. You know, as Ghosty said, it would have worked better if it was already happening. Yeah.
It'll be okay.
Lies! I haven't been fine my whole damn existence! I've been
Yeah,
lied
this
to,
is the thing with this is the thing where I mentioned that the audio balancing was still kind of poor.
The facial
Like,
expressions are improved though. This is definitely 2025 Aidan.
Like the facial expressions have improved. However, this guy being like, "Oh, I'm quiet. I'm mumbly. I'm a little shy." Maybe next to, "I'm not fine. Do I look like I'm fine?"
Yeah.
That's like not
Also, by
an
the way, this
issue.
is the thing that's
That's
Yeah.
like an issue you only get when you put voice lines into your editing software and do not try to balance them at all.
Yeah. So, by the way, okay. Also, this is another thing that this is by no means your fault, Aidan, because this is just a me thing. The music that's playing in the background here. It took me a second to like think about like, okay, I recognize this. Where is this from? And I realized this is the same music that that one of my favorite comedians, Dave Gorman, used to play when he did like his found poems based on internet comments of what something that was going on. So that was what I was thinking, like, wait, where's this from? Oh, okay.
Dang. Oh,
Complete
cool.
coincidence, not part of the review.
Judged! I'm not ready to stop my old friend from getting into an unwinnable war. I don't know if he was ever my friend.
do you want to talk about it? I know this must be hard for you.
Of course,
Satan's
this
going-
series does mirror, this series does mirror Fallen Angels in a lot of aspects, and in this case, of course, the idea of a friend, that they're betraying someone, having to confide in a different person, and how much you'd be willing to actually do that and compromise your own morals to see if you want to actually fight them or not. This is the reverse of what Zach went through. Because I mean, of course, this series was designed to mirror Fallen Angels in a lot of ways. So yeah, of course that was going to happen.
Demon Show is the literal opposite of Fallen Angels. The literal opposite. Because demons.
Ironically,
right down to which side they're all is being debated from the character.
Ironically, this is the case where something that worked in Fallen Angels doesn't hit as hard here.
I mean, Fallen Angels. I don't know. I mean, Fallen Angels had a lot more episodes as well. To be fair, so we had spent a bit more time with our cast before we got to this point in the narrative.
Yeah, I guess the aspect that's missing is that because Zach was debating whether or not to join the protagonist side and knew that if he actually did something he would actively putting himself in danger. For a cause that he wasn't sure was righteous or not, and the other person who was involved in this was very by the book, and he knew that he couldn't confide in her. In this case, they very much can confide in Chayton, and also knows that the cause isn't righteous from her perspective. You're not debating that. Maybe it's the internal trauma is not the thing, because I like the fact that Chayton is again a mirror to Key in the sense of you can actually confide in him in the first place, rather than rather than having to repeat the danger. That aspect I like being changed. Maybe it's just the internal turmoil part that's it's less about what side do you be on. It's more so a case of my friend betrayed me, which is a different type of trauma, I suppose.
I keep thinking about the past, how he was.
Alright, I will also say why a betrayal like this would hit Khan a lot harder as a character is because she quite literally had no friends. I guess besides technically Epimetheus post Marvin. She has literally no friends. And the only one she thought was really her friend who allegedly died came back and be like, by the way, I'm doing some shady stuff, guys. Don't mind me. and it's like, go to the dungeons, Kana, because you're questioning me. Yeah, now I don't know. I feel like that's a tad emotionally traumatizing after you've been discriminated against and judged your whole life. I feel like that's a tad emotionally traumatizing for her.
Yeah, I feel like because the nature of their traumas are different to each other, they're going to hit differently for different people.
Yeah.
The demon worship is a demon shirt. That's also very true. Yeah,
it's a very cute shirt, though. It's so cute. I love the shirt. It's such a cute shirt.
Yeah. As far as the audio meant for tragedy using a comedy goes, that honor goes to yesterday with me as the cloaked master. Like I said before, I thought the music was going to be very, very, subdued and mysterious.
Oh gosh, I need to watch that review now.
Honestly, check out the original video. You'll see what I mean. You can tell that I thought the music was going to be eerie and sinister, and it just wasn't.
Okay. Why?
Today, I want to teach you about the 6 types of demons. You notice not all demons are the same, right?
Yes, I have. Which one?
Yes, our wings are cardboard, and they sit still on our backs no matter what we're doing.
Yes.
This is one aspect that was, that differs from, I guess, different editors who, decide whether to use that feature of Gacha Club or not. I found that actually when the obvious issue with the idle motions of the wings is something like Gacha Club, of course, that if you have to splice them, they're gonna clip back. I guess the wings for me float at enough of a distance where it's not always so apparent, but sometimes that was the case. So I get why that's no longer in place here. Not to mention also, if you switched apps or not. I'm not sure if you did. Oh wait, no, moving mouse. No, you didn't.
You're not technically just one type.
What do you mean by that exactly?
Well, you're a hybrid. You're rare since most demons tend to get in a relationship with their own group. Guess your parents are really progressive by our standards.
Oh, so I'm a freak?
No.
Yes, no, you're a hybrid demon slash chosen one.
It's not.
Oh,
Angel
please, she's
princess.
not a. Okay, she's not a chosen. Oh God.
Also, her
I am
wings.
not to the chosen one story. I did not.
also,
Yes.
No, that's very true.
Because of the placement of her wings, it looks like her wings are just floating inches off her back instead of being attached at the shoulder.
They're attached to her shoulders.
A little bit. I think it's mainly because like the wings themselves they're like go down, but like the part that goes down is like the back, and then they spread out that way. I've seen wings that are like that, mostly on dragons.
Well, you do. Who cares if you're mixed? That doesn't matter.
Thanks. So, what demon are you?
Or perplex us. We're supposed to be leaders. I'm personally not that full of charisma.
Wait, hold on. What did you say? You're a purpose?
I mean,
I didn't hear that line.
I heard it. It was
Something. We're supposed to be looters.
Okay.
Okay, like it. I give it.
I know I
credit.
should know this because
This
I
is-
helped write the script, but I've forgotten everything.
Like this is one of the faults of the line delivery here.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the music's probably
Definitely-
quiet enough. You know, we would have been able to
Yeah.
hear it if it were clearer. Yeah.
We should have gotten a retake of this line specifically because it is garbled.
I mean,
At least that
honestly,
one word.
I don't really have much contact with this VA. This is why I don't
Yeah.
really do auditions for like grabbing VAs randomly. I normally just they were into deleting Discord and kind of just losing contact with them. Like
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
only
they
I
just
normally
disappear.
I normally don't run auditions for this reason. I normally just go, "You're my friend. Read lines for me, please."
Yeah, honestly,
That's what I do.
Yeah, honestly, we'd do more one-offs actually. You know, because that would solve the issue.
Yeah, it would
If
solve.
anything, I'd crumble if I was to lead anything bigger than a small party. I may not be the greatest public speaker, but the obvious energy blasts help.
Got it. What about the others?
See Odd over there? He's a panache. His wings are a little smaller than yours, but he's as fast as they come. Next to Odd is Cordelia. She's a djinn, and her type deals with fire.
I met one named Camilo.
It's Cordelia because we've already had Buffy, Willow, and Xander previously.
He had what looks like antlers?
Oh, that one is a
That's just
Verdo. They
odd.
could change form at will. That was another demon type. The Sanguinum. Be careful of their hands because they could sharpen their.
Like that was.
Sanguine.
I'm guessing there's meant to be like a lot of demons like in the area in general. That's why they're not just like standing around for the roll
nails,
call.
and they cut deeper than most swords.
Yeah.
And finally, your mommy is a Demos. It's the most common.
Interesting.
Yep, there's
Oh yeah, I forgot we had canonized Deimos.
so much to
Yeah, I honestly forgot about that when I was reviewing it, like doing the audio for it. I was like, oh yeah, we did do that. Oh. Well, we had to come up. We had to come up with like what 6 demon types? Did we make 6 or 5? It was either 6 or 5. We had to come up with like 6 to 5 demon types. I forget the exact number.
By the
I'm
way,
certain that there are different demon types we could have used from other mythological sources, but
yeah,
yes,
like
we came up with custom names.
Yeah, and custom lore for each demon type, or at least what each type's known for. Because
It does
lore.
help avoid falling into the pitfall that other people had of just of angels existing in Greek mythology to begin with. And that being a whole can of worms.
like
Especially
Bond
because
says-
I'll never forget the time that Junior cited every major religion except
Us-
Greek mythology.
Also, Bond just said, pick any from Phasmo, but that's kind of a misnomer. Not all of the Phasmo ghosts are demons, and not too many of the Phasmo demons are ghosts.
Also, for me, some of them
Right,
wouldn't
yeah.
even make sense. Like Banshee, I can't see calling one of the demon types Banshee. I feel like that's too tied to like what people know what Banshee to quote unquote be, which I'm like, too
Not
close
to
that.
mention, Banshee is a spirit, not a demon.
Yeah.
We did
Although,
get-
I would like to
It's also a
introduce.
gigantic. It's also a gigantic bird creature in Avatar.
I
James
would
Cameron
like to.
Avatar.
I would like to personally introduce a banshee at some point in the Butterverse as a whole, but future series. I don't know where, but I would like to touch on banshees because I think banshees are kind of cool, like wailing about death. I think that's cool. I think that's kind of a cool concept to like play with.
I did actually. I did read a book in the summer actually that was about a banshee main character. So yeah, I'm not one against that.
You got that right.
Enough warning for now. There's this party in Islium. You want to tag along?
Oh, what about our job?
They
It's
won't
Elysium,
mind.
but close enough. Islium,
Yes.
apparently.
It's ambidextrous all over again. I think
no,
I think,
ambidextrous was
whoever-
like the weirdest misline read I have ever heard, though. Because like
It's
I know
because it happened over and over and over again.
Like, why
it's like-
ambidextrous? Like Abraxos or Abraxa. What else
Yeah.
were the weird
I
line
can
reads of Abraxas?
understand.
But, like ambidextrous. I'm
I
like, okay, that's a little bit wild of a
Yeah, look,
misread.
I can understand. You know, not trusting Aidan's spelling. Trust mine. I edited the script as well.
It's like, well, also, why would I name a
would you
character
put onto it?
ambidextrous? Why would I name a character that's just a weird name? I took a demon name and made him a villain, made him angel villain.
I think whoever like introduced Epimetheus in the first episode also had that issue. Although this is something we have like since fixed because I don't know if it was for this series or not, but I remember that at some point you asked me to record just me saying a bunch of different words. I know that Epimetheus was one of them, so it probably was this series.
No, it was me, Miss Dice Art. It was Afterthought,
okay.
that episode with the janitor. Conveniently, Vaughn was in that episode too. Vaughn played the janitor in that one episode.
Mm-hmm. I'll never forget fully butchering the name Persephone. I once heard someone say Perez phone.
That's the best.
Reason being, this was
actually
this was Jay, the original creator of Empress and Pop. Because actually on the Aphmau Wiki when we first met, I actually had a character, you know, my
you role played as Persephone as the character.
Yes. Or a character named Persephone.
Yeah.
You know, that was the name I gave. Yeah. So the first time we started like, you know, VCing like a year after, role playing for some time on those forums. And then just like randomly at one point it was mentioned, like, something about like Martian Perez phone or something. I was like, wait, what? I don't know, like Martian Perez. I knew the context because I sort of like implied something with like Marsh the character because, you know, he was not like he was doing anything else at that point in my street, was he? So
I mean,
so yeah, but that's like,
Marsh,
yeah, that's why.
Marsh wouldn't make sense if Phoenix Drop High. Well, it was a Phoenix Drop High roleplay, right?
No, this was a different one that I just specifically for. Because in the Phoenix Drop High one, or I guess it was like the Richwood High, wasn't it the same?
Because I was like thinking Marsh wouldn't even make sense because Marsh would have been like in Mod World or his original realm.
He would have been, yes. So that's why it was a different thing. It was a different thing. Persephone was actually like the apprentice of Lucinda who came over, I think. Because for some reason I didn't use Haley for whatever reason. I don't know why.
Dang, the Haley snub. We stand Haley in this household.
But I can't
No
believe
idea why.
Persephone.
Persephone.
That's closer. That's closer than
Persephone.
Perez phone. Because that's just the wrong order of letters as well. So yeah.
Great, let's go.
Okay.
Elysium.
Too.
Okay, wait. Actually, go back to that shot. I need to say something. So, okay. So those two guys there. The guy with brown hair. The guy with brown hair is Perseus, and the guy with ginger hair is Cadmus.
Cadmus, yes.
Cadmus. When I originally actually designed them with clothes, forgetting that they're ghosts, And I'm like, oh wait, that doesn't fit with the ghost art style. So I literally had to like make a ghost version of them that was like, oh god, now they just like look like generic people. So I'm just gonna state brown-haired boy is Perseus, Cadmus is ginger beard man. There. So that's who they are. That's who they are.
Yeah. Actually, as far as like Ginger Beer Man goes, that's actually also I think how Stephen Fry described Theseus at some point, which proves the point that people wouldn't recognize these two anyway, because it's not like the any of the Greek heroes have much in the way of description of them specifically, and most of the interpretations of them are marble statues, so it's kind of hard to say.
Perseus
So,
was really cool. Like I gave him like this like gold and like red armor color palette originally, and he like had all like this really nice armor. Was it Perseus? I think it was Perseus.
Okay. Not sure. Yeah, I don't remember Perseus being depicted with armor at any point, but okay, fair enough.
I mostly use Google to look at how other people interpret the character, and they design accordingly.
Okay, that's fair. Did you give him his shiny shield?
I didn't give him any weapons or anything in his hands originally.
Oh,
More
okay, 'cause that's
importantly,
one of
did
the
you give him
iconic
his
things
magic
about
helmet?
Perseus.
Did you give him his magic helmet?
No.
You don't?
I don't think that's necessarily more important, but
I don't know. I mean,
it's on the same level. It got them at the same time.
I put the designs in Buttercorp just to save them for like a rainy day if I ever need to have these characters appear as humans.
Well, they could be in Mrs. Dyson if it can find a life lesson tied to what they do.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, Greek heroes, you actually get a lot about persevering over struggles and like overcoming stuff. You get a lot of Greek heroes from that kind of stuff, to be honest.
There's also the one life lesson. Whatever you do not make the gods angry.
I mean, yeah, but that's not really applicable to the students. That's not really applicable to the students. I don't think they're going to be doing anything to anger the gods.
That's also, doesn't quite apply to Perseus. It applies to one of his victims, yes, but,
dang.
Yeah, Medusa. We've covered this already. In fact, Mrs. Dyson herself gave that, approved that presentation topic.
We love Medusa. Even though you made a very PG version of Medusa. A very PG.
Of course I made a PG version! It was being presented by literal 12-year-olds! Of course I made it PG!
The myth is not PG, though.
Okay, there are some versions of the myth that do go down that route. There are others that are even older, where she was actually blessed with that, to defend herself against unwanted men. So it really depends on which one you draw from. So
yeah, there's something you gotta remember about ancient Greek myths is that there are a lot of versions based on where from Greece that you originate.
And some of them predate Greece itself. Yeah.
Left a child at a party alone.
Look who came to party alone.
She looked so confused. Almost like what she is. Yeah, that line, you only sent me that on Discord. Like, what is the context? I looked in the script, like, wait, no, I don't. Nope, it's exactly as it was in the script. Okay. She looks so confused, almost like what she is. Oh, okay. Because the previous scene, I guess, because a reference to her being, like a mixed breed. Okay, fine.
Get away from
half-breed.
Funny, we're about to say the same.
Oh, I became Dolores Umbridge without knowing. Okay, good to know.
Thing to you. We know that was his party.
Wait, I could have literally given him Starkid Umbridge's voice if I'd known that. Dang it, that's on me. That's on me for not checking back.
Personally, and your freaky nature is scaring away our guests.
And what do you think you're doing?
I overheard you two bullying my friend. You mind stopping?
Buzzkill.
We were just messing around. After all, she looked a little mixed up.
Such comedians. So back to the dark corner you came from and leave her alone.
I guess they're both part of leave, okay.
Am I that much of a freak?
No, you're...
Yeah, I can see what Bun meant by like all of the crying in
different,
this.
but not a freak.
There was a lot of crying, is so sad.
Yeah. Also, this music here I normally use for like for sinister moments. So I would have possibly changed it here for something a bit more like melancholic.
What if there is?
But the level's good.
What?
I don't know.
I promise you, there is nothing.
Got a bit of cold grain there. Y'all, she's as mixed up as my voice is sometimes.
wrong with you.
Mhm.
I wish I knew if he was truly my friend. That all couldn't be fake, right? I don't know anymore.
I don't think so. Sometimes people change, and not always for the better. I know you're hurt now, but we're the only people who can stop him. Are you with me?
I am. What he's doing will end up blowing up in all our faces if we don't stop him. Thank you, Chayton.
We're starting to become friends. Oh God.
Not my spleen!
I mean, they're still
My
stuck.
spleen!
Ah, that's why you said that.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure that was a me line. Like the spleen specific. It sounded like specific enough to be me.
I don't know.
Hello there. Can you tell me
Oh, and this character emerging right afterwards.
where I am?
It's a shame that they don't bleed. Otherwise, it'd be like an amazing chance to be like, "Hi."
And they're just confused.
Like my direct.
The gut, the spleen, my spleen. I don't know why. When I was editing that, I'm like, okay, wait. I need to have violent noises and like people in pain. Okay, let's do something funny with a spleen. This episode's been too sad. I'm doing a dumb funny here.
Oh, so this was a you ad lib. Okay, in that case, no, it wasn't me. I would take credit for that.
Also,
Yeah.
it was meant when I handed over this character for Aidan to use, for her to be a little unhinged. So of course she'd go for the spleen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know exactly where it is. Yeah, of course.
Oh God, the violence.
Don't encourage someone to go to nursing school if you don't want them to know where your femoral artery is.
Oh
Another
God.
life lesson from Snarkit.
But yeah, this episode pretty much main goal was to explore part of Kanna's trauma, or well, half her trauma. Technically, episode 2 we explored the other half her trauma with her like losing her mentor / only friend at that point in the past through flashbacks. So yeah, this is the other half of her trauma. She's being bullied and getting constantly racially discriminated against.
I'd also like to say that Bon is begging for validation in chat, in which I will say you did
Yeah,
amazing.
I was just waiting for the point.
Oh,
I was
I
waiting
love
for
your
the point to
performance
bring
in this
that in, but yeah.
episode. I love your performance in the episode.
You have-
It hurt. It hurt to edit. It hurt to edit. I was so sad. I was so sad. It was really a lot of pain. It was.
Which take do I choose that made me cry the most? I know this one.
Pigs bullying my school, except the part where I kill people.
Oh come on, that's my Witch Academy. You know, leave that to the professionals.
But yeah,
Compliment me so I can cry for real. We'll do that next time you have to record for this character.
But yeah, no, like honestly, I love you as Kanna. You're awesome. But yeah.
I think that was probably that was probably like the highlight performance, which is great because it was the main character. So it's
Main
what you want,
protagonist.
especially with like the the fact that we can't re-record a lot of the lines from some of the other people because we don't know where in the world they are at the moment anymore.
I mean, I could always recast some, maybe.
Well, I mean, if we can't access them in the future, that's going to have to happen unless you've recorded their lines for all episodes.
I do have all their lines for episodes. That's what I was saying. I could.
Never mind.
I could do some recasting. I mean, they'd be fine with that. Or
I mean, honestly, I guess well, you can judge that for yourself if you feel like the lines are good enough as they are. Or if they can be balanced so that they can be at least audible,
I can make them a little bit louder maybe next recording. Although I will say next episode, I don't know when it's going to be put out on the basis that I do kind of want to finish Fallen Angels before I go back to the show. Because like next month I'm gonna be mostly working on the remake for Jacob. That's mostly gonna be me next month or late this month, depending on whenever Jacob actually has that audio. Starts sending me some of the audio to work with, and like
Yeah, I need to issue reminders for people. I haven't got many lines for voice actors.
And then there's like, and then I have like a vacation thing in March. So like, honestly, I don't know if I'm gonna have. I probably may just want to buckle down and finish Fallen Angels, because a personal thing of me is I think it'd be cool if I could get the final episode of season 2 out on like I think it's like July 11th, which is like the technically Fallen Angels anniversary. That would be awesome. Am I gonna set a hard?
June?
It's July.
Okay.
Am I gonna set a hard deadline? No, I'm not doing that to myself. I'm not saying a hard deadline, but I think that'd be cool if I could, theoretically.
Okay. Yeah.
I definitely want to finish season 2 this year, though. This year I need season 2 to be finished so I can like finish other stuff. Maybe work on some other projects as well. Like I pretty much fully written like a vampire project called Vampires of Willow Falls. I think this title. I really liked writing that show.
That's not even the only vampire themed thing that you've actually written.
I need to finish writing as well the rest of Vampire Core. I haven't finished fully writing that, and it's been a while. Like
yeah, so I guess some of that content will feel different to when it started. This, however, I mean, of course, I feel like people who've seen this, you can see how like story wise it does flow how you would expect from the beginning. There's not like any major like tonal shifts. There's this more added context to things that have already been happening, which is sort of the point of this episode, really, because they are roughly at the same point as they were before, with the only change being that they are now captured. But I guess there's a little bit more like emotional clarity.
They're starting to become friends potentially. Maybe, who knows? Like actual friends, and not just annoyance and Kana being annoyed at him, essentially, or Kana being in crisis. She gets in crisis a lot,
which honestly is also a very KW thing to do. Being annoyed by a certain character who then ends up being very endeared to.
Yeah, there is no romance. There's gonna be no romance, though. I'm just gonna say it. No romance intended. No romance. I'm not going for romance right now. No.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be a direct comparison. Yeah, I mean, we very much could have. We all
know.
We both were kind of like, wait a minute. Yeah.
We all know Kana's totally meant to be with, Demon Boy number 6 in the background, obviously.
one of the several demon characters that Mom was pointing out to her before.
Yeah, Odd. She's meant to be Odd, definitely. Or maybe Cordelia. Cordelia seems cool. Cordelia is actually really pretty design. I actually really enjoyed designing Cordelia. Exactly. Yeah. See, Bond gets it.
It was nice to see there was a distinction between the various different demons, because obviously, again, the one thing that doesn't quite mirror angels is that the different types of demons being like specifically created for their functions, rather than angels who have one function but they're just like 4 different parts of the hierarchy together. So there are differences in how they interact, and also the fact that they have, a history of coupling up in the first place is also different to angels, because this was also written around the same time that Aidan and I were still discussing the angel hybrid thing and, lack of necessity for such a concept.
Yeah, demons can have babies, because Hades made like 100 something demons, and then he was like, okay, you all have the ability to reproduce. Go make more of an army for me. I don't want to do it myself. That's up to you guys.
Which is a smart idea up until they rebel, which, here we are.
Yeah.
I'd like to think of it of the point where demons were natural creatures who probably existed, predated the realm in some small way.
No, not
thinking,
really. The only reason demons
the
the only
whole idea of
reason
them being made. Yeah.
the only reason demons exist are because Hades got the idea from Thanatos, being like, oh, Thanos could do this to make his job easier. Why can't I make my job easier too? I can make my job easier. I can have someone
Yeah,
help me.
this is our MO when, you know, tying in concepts that aren't from Greek mythology into Greek mythologies, that, you know, someone
making it make
gods,
sense.
Yes.
Making it make sense in context of Greek mythology.
Yeah, to the best of our ability, yeah. Which obviously might be required for the sirens too, because of the whole like bird versus mermaid thing, but we'll get to that when we get to that.
Yeah, we also have to, but you know, we already canonize sirens through fallen angels. We've already had a canonically appearance with sirens, so
that is true. And that episode did come about around the same time the siren story was, you know, being conceptualized. So it wasn't like you know, one thing or the other. Yeah.
Evolution.
One thing
Obviously,
or no.
the
They're
extension.
also Cupids from the I'm in
Upwards.
love with the Cupid thing we wrote that we never ended up producing, which I want to produce. I want to.
That is true.
I'm in love with Cupid, or I'm in love with the Cupid.
No, but no, it was the Cupid is in love with the alpha.
Oh yeah, that.
I remember the spelling mistakes so vividly.
Yes, like God, I want to bring that back because we have like a fully written script for that. Honestly, it'd be so nice.
I tell you what, Aidan, that'd be a good idea of like after Fallen Angels. Because, you know, I said that you and I should do like a few like one-offs or something. That's the kind of thing that we can do one-offs for. Do it that there's, you know, possibly like run open auditions so we can actually bring people, and if they don't stick around, then so be it.
Yeah.
Because, you know, that's, you know, we're not planning to do anything else with the concept. We're not planning to do anything else with the concept.
Yeah, we're not. I mean, maybe Cupids as a concept, because I do plan on introducing Cupids and Fallen Angels eventually,
ones,
but not those specific characters. And
yes,
you know, a unique character for Fallen Angels, not just like if I do want to introduce demons into Fallen Angels eventually, but I probably won't have the demon primarily introduced to like the main Fallen Angels cast being Kana or Chaitin or any of those characters we get in the show primarily. It would be a new character if I do that, because, you know, to kind of explore a new character instead of being like, oh, yes, and now Kana is a part of the main Fallen Angels. Nah, I'm not doing that. At best, she'll. I do want her to appear in Fallen Angels briefly at one point, but I wouldn't want her being like a main character or that relevant at any point in Fallen Angels.
If she appears in the background.
I mean, we
along
do have
with the
Underworld
demons
scenes.
we saw before. Yeah. Well, knowing Aidan, that's bound to happen anyway. You know, Aidan's videos are the place to go if you want Butterverse cameos of any sort, whether or not they're, you know, his own or others. You know, because he's got the rundown of what is thematically, you know, fitting to do.
Yeah, he did look at my OC and he was like, yes, free real estate.
Hey, well, she made sense. The way you described him, like, oh my god, that's a brilliant character. Let's add her in. She's brilliant. She is brilliant.
We'll be learning more about her.
Next episode. I haven't even said her name yet, even though if you looked at the auditions, you already know her name. But ignoring that, the description...
We also already know her name from the intro sequence.
Oh, yeah. Ignore that, guys.
Time to edit it again, I guess.
No, guys.
Well,
Remember her name is Pink Angel Girl ? That's her name. That's 100% her name. Pink Angel Girl.
Pink Angel Girl, and she dances at the Pink Angel Club. Yes. All right then.
Oh God, that's the next parody. Pink Body, the Pink Angel Club. I'm a keep on dancing in the underworld. I don't know.
The song has been suggested to me.
It's a good song. Listen, I love
yes, no,
songs.
yes.
It's so good.
I have noticed, and out of the ones that I know, there are several ones that I don't enjoy, but that's not one of them. I do like that one.
Yeah,
I need a good concept
good.
for it. I had a good concept for it to, like, you know, to start the process. But,
wait, what if we did like Jean's nightclub and the Shadow nightclub and I know we already did a Jean song, but it would be for like all the Shadow Knights. I don't know.
I mean, it could be like a Sasha. It could be like a Sasha song.
Actually, yeah,
Sa-
sure.
Sasha's song, because that contains my favorite scene is like, things that, we want, like a life partner didn't want to go down to chose for herself. Yep, okay, we got it. Next parody coming up soon.
Oh god.
Which will probably be the last Athman parody for some time, because I want to do I want to do other, source materials. Because we've come with a number of them. But yeah, that we don't have enough on 13 for all those who are superstitious as well. So that'll be fun. All right, I think that's probably it for now. I think we did go over the things that
Yeah.
that we're talking
I
about
definitely work on the audio
for this
thing,
video.
but, like,
Yeah.
Yeah, returning to the show
But
is a
yes,
very
it's
interesting experience because I pretty much cleansed myself of thinking about the. I haven't thought about the show pretty much. I was thinking about other
Yeah.
shows, and then I go back to the show. I'm like, oh yeah, I did write all this. And I was like reacting to like the speech about like Kana's inner struggle and outer struggle of how she's perceived by everyone. I'm like, oh, I feel so bad. Aidan, why did you wrote this? You're so sad.
And then Bond records like, oh, I feel even worse.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like, oh god, no, my heart. Why did you do this to me, Aidan?
But
How dare you?
I do have some final thoughts that have to do with the episode itself, if I may.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, go
Like, I think my two biggest gripes with this episode, even if a majority of it was made 3 years ago, is one, audio. Because between Bon and everybody else, Bon is literally and figuratively a standout role for all the wrong reasons, for all the right reasons and for all the wrong reasons. Their voice has so much clarity, while everyone else mumbles their way through their dialogue. My second issue is pacing. There's not a moment to think about anything. Albeit, we do have more of a moment in this episode than we've had in past episodes. And I can tell that you have that ever since the first part of this video was produced, that we have kind of evolved in the pacing department, especially when you compare this to Fallen Angels episodes that were produced around the same time.
Yeah, and just to piggyback off of that, it's like I said, it's a very obvious difference. This is like the kind of video where you can see the difference between between like the starting point and the end point. I said like I like to see like creators evolve. This is, I guess, you can do this all in one fell swoop, so to speak.
This is literally a creative evolution in a single video, and it both benefits and hampers the experience.
Which is similar to Running With You, actually. I mean, there was not as much of a time gap between those moments, but you can definitely tell there's some scenes like out of order, were done before Aidan could green screen, for example. There were other parts where people are looking into the void. Otherwise, there's like a running sequence of some kind. Even if one character walks during that, I will never get over that. But yeah, so you get that that's a whole series worth of mixtures. And that was, I guess, like the first episode. If you want to see like the creative journey, I guess watch Running With You and then this, and then you'll kind of be caught up to the present moment, I guess.
Honestly, I have like all the audio for like a Running With You episode 1 remake that I thought about doing years ago. I just haven't got around to it, and I do kind of want to remake just the first episode.
This is one of the things I want to like talk about with you directly. If you get too caught up in remaking things, then you're not going to finish the things you're currently working on. So maybe hold back on a Running With You remake until you've finished all of the current projects that you're wanting to do.
I mean, yeah. I mean, like doing this video is just kind of random. I just kind of got the itch to do it randomly. I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to try to touch this series one more time before I eventually touch the Mutant Girl, and then start working on the Mutant Girl again.
Yeah, which but again, another
which
remake.
Is upcoming, yeah. and then Fallen Angels got to have its big conclude. Well, 2 episodes. I have 2 left for that, which those are kind of a doozy to edit, or at least some scenes. There's some action scenes that in episode 11 I got to edit. I'm like, oh god.
Yeah. I will also say that Aidan's gotten better with being more confident about like older videos and not remaking them all, because I'm pretty sure that like the the cutoff for remakes for a long time was Fallen Angels Season 1, Episode 5. Episode 6 also got a remake like sometime down the line, but it wasn't for a long time.
I remade Episode 7 too eventually, and then that's about.
And then there's that.
But that's as far as I don't know. I was thinking about remaking.
You're currently caught up to me in terms of Season 1 remakes in that case, technically.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought about remaking like maybe Episode 8 because that's when I started introducing green screen walking, and that's before when it was decent at it, and it looks kind of bad in some parts.
Okay.
So I thought about doing that, but I don't know. Maybe. I mean, we would get to hear Prism as a Mrs. Dysart if that's the case.
Okay. Well, I mean, we could hear that regardless and through.
Well,
other...
yeah, in
yes.
in Fallen Angel season.
Hey, we still have the Halloween song. That's an example.
Halloween song is great. I need to do more. I want to do more like original songs for my shows. I love original songs for my shows. That's one of my favorite things to do. Like, just
I love original songs for your shows as well because I have yet to introduce one into my own, but I have several for other people, which is fine.
Is that sarcasm? Oh, is it sarcasm or?
Well, it's something that I do regret not doing, but I like the fact that I have something out there and people enjoy it in those other places.
Yeah,
that's partly why I wanted to start doing like theme songs for people, dating all the way back to 2020 with Tammy the Bad Boy, which was
I do
one episode, but anyway.
I mean, that spinoff that I wrote for post season 2 of Fallen Angels. I was thinking about maybe seeing if you would want to make an original song for that spinoff.
Yeah, that I can say. I imagined. Yeah, all right. That'd be interesting. But yeah, I guess for now the most recent one is technically I think there's still
Mrs. Dysart.
No, this is the theme song. Yeah, there'll still be Mythical. Yeah, which was
Mythical for Mrs. Dysart.
Which was 2023. So yeah, it's about time to do something else. And Wings was 2020. So that's not making which. Well, we know you do. That's partly also why I want to do a pop series so I could get to flex that in my own stuff too. So yeah, who knows? That's at some point that might still.
Weather pops maybe coming out one day, sometime, possibly. Who knows?
Yeah, someday, one day, one
Who
of these
knows?
days. So yeah, it's also their series. Oh well, that's fantastic. Well, if they end up making that series, please send it our way because that would be a great thing to to bring you on for as well. But for now, I think that's probably good because again, I've been in overdrive. I want to eat, relax, and sleep, and all that stuff.
Yes.
Tomorrow's the dress rehearsal. Oh boy.
Oh, fun.
So yeah, please leave a like or dislike because your opinion matters. And subscribe if you don't already. And on that note, until next time,
farewell.